Hi students, thank you for coming. Today we're gonna have a meeting to finalize the learning plan for the rest of the semester. As you know, coronavirus has finally come to an end in Vietnam. Schools and educational activities are going back to normal. However, I received a lot of requests from students to continue online schooling as it is unnecessary to return school at this time. So, I want to hold this meeting so that we can sit down and have a discussion about this so that we can have the most suitable decision. First of all, I want to hear opinions from you. Then, why do you want to keep learning online?
Yes, my opinion is that we should continue learning online. First, it will save our time. With online learning, you don't need to drive or take a bus to class. This helps you to save time, which you can invest in other jobs to improve your life. The second reason is that it lets you cut spending. The fact that you learn from whenever you are means there are no fuel or transport costs, especially if you have a high budget. This helps you cut expenses.
That sounds nice. I 100% agree with you. How about Ha? I know that you voted for the option to come back.
The first disadvantage of online learning is that you may be in no self-discipline situation. E-learning often translates to no learning. People may skip up from fully engaging in the materials and see the activity as tick box exercise, just another item on an ever-growing to-do list. Many of my friends said to me that they have no interest with online learning. They may turn on the lesson, wake the teacher are teaching, and go on sleeping. The fact that many people find it much easier to internalize new skills and knowledge through active training sessions with other people than through an impersonal e-learning module. And another drawback of online learning is no face-to-face interaction. Students have a tendency to underestimate the impact of never meeting the instructor and other students in the class. Online education creates a monologue and not a real dialogue in the learning environment. Building relationships with your instructor and classmates will require more effort in an online environment.
That's a strong point. I definitely agree that in terms of the quality of education, online learning is inferior to face learning.
One obvious benefit we can see of online learning is the learning resources. You can access a variety of learning resources on the internet quickly. For example, while I was studying logistics, the lecturer introduced about container classifications. I could immediately search for the images on the internet, which helped me learn better.
I want to tell you about some disadvantages of online learning. E-learning, being the latest way of education, is already having a fair show despite posing challenges for both instructor and student. While instructor needs to put in intensive work and time to design the instruction, students need to equip themselves with technical proficiency to decode the course material. There are 5 common problems faced by students in e-learning classes and which they need to be solved through proper initiative for the student future. The first one I want to tell you is about the technical issues. Many students are not provided with the high bandwidth of the strong internet connection that online courses require, and that they will fail to catch up with their virtual classmates. Their weak monitors make it hard to follow the course management system, and their learning experience becomes problematic. Moreover, most of them live off campus and find it difficult to keep in touch with the technical requirements of the chosen courses. Some of them don't even own computer and seek help in learning resource center for technical assistance. The only solution to this problem is knowing exactly what kind of technological support they will need for essential courses before enrolling in it, as well as probably equipping themselves for the course successful completion. The second difficulty is about the computer literacy. Lack of computer literacy is a major issue among students today. Many of them cannot operate basic programs such as Microsoft and PowerPoint, and therefore they are not able to handle their files. Furthermore, many students find fixing basic computer programs troublesome, as they have no knowledge in this area. However, technological proficiency is a must for following online courses, as it enables students to manage their assignment and courseware in an organized manner without struggling. Basic course in computer literacy enhance students' knowledge in the field. Having a fundamental knowledge of computer hardware would help them participate in online classes without interruptions and hindrance. The third difficulty is about the time management of the student. This is a difficult task for a learner, as online courses require a lot of time and intensive work. Furthermore, whereas it is mostly adults who prefer web-based learning programs for their places and time flexibility, they rarely have the time to take the course due to their various everyday commitments. A regular schedule planner would be a significant help to these learners, as they could even set reminders for their courses and assignments. The fourth problem is about the self-motivation of the student. Self-motivation is an e-learning essential requirement. However, many online learning lack it, much to their surprise. After enrolling in distant learning courses, many learners fall behind and nurture the idea of giving up. As difficulty in handling in a technological medium also seem insurmountable, students need to find the motivation to follow the new educational trends and also probably equip themselves for future challenges in their education and career. Only a positive attitude will help them overcome the challenge in e-learning. The last one I want to tell you about the difficulty of e-learning is about the lack of input from the teacher. The best teacher will sit and talk to people and engage with them to find out what they need to know and how they need to learn it. Student feedback is highly valuable, but however, that's far less possible with an e-learning courses. Skill trainer and subject matter expert are at very best when they are being grilled by and interacting with their student. This interaction results in a better training process and better teacher, but in e-learning is largely not present.
Well, students, I think we have enough arguments for today. On the bright side, I agree with them that online learning has a lot of benefits, such as time saving, reduction on expenses like accommodation, food, etc. However, as you all know, the most important thing is the quality. of education. Ha and Jung have explained about the drawbacks of this learning method, which is the thing that I'm most worried about. So I think at this time, it cannot totally replace the traditional teaching method. Maybe in the future, with the fast-paced advance of technology, e-learning can be improved and be a better alternative to face-to-face learning. Okay, so for the rest of the semester, we will come back to school again to learn, right? If you're okay, we can stop now. Thank you for joining and see you soon. Bye.